Taylah Byrne, Bachelor of Education Early Years. So I went to Craig Secondary College, and when I finished Year 12, I really didn't know which avenue I wanted to take in terms of my career. And after the Christmas holidays, my mum and I came to Melbourne Polytechnic to inquire about some courses, such as events management. And on the way home, my mum said to me, "Oh, how about teaching? When you were younger, you always wanted to be a teacher." And I said, "Oh, I don't think they did teaching at Melbourne Polytechnic." So we called up and they said that we did. So then and there we turned around and came back to Melbourne Polytechnic and inquired about their, at that time it was a new course, their Bachelor of Education Early Years. And I sounded really good and I was interested. And then they said to me then and there, "Would you like to do an interview rather than come back in a couple of days?" So I said, "Yep, let's go for it." And I did the interview and found out later that day that I got in, and it all started from there. So my study achievement was that I thoroughly enjoyed the course over the 4 years, and through my final placement in 4th year, I got a job teaching as a primary school teacher this year. So I chose to come to Melbourne Polytechnic because when I inquired about the course, it sounded really, I was really interested in what it had to offer, and also because I qualify as a childcare, kinder and primary school teacher. So I think that leaves, it's very open, a lot of options, and that really appealed to me. So I'm passionate about learning and bettering myself, and at the moment I have just started my first year of teaching and I'm really, really enjoying it. There's a lot to learn and I'm taking it one day at a time and very open-minded to where my career will lead to. Melbourne Polytechnic helped me realise what my dream job was, as through doing this course I realised that that was the career path that I wanted to take and that I had a real passion and interest in working with children. The course that I completed at Melbourne Polytechnic has prepared me really, really well for the teaching life. All of my experiences, particularly placement that I did throughout my course, which included roughly 190 days, I'm now carrying all of that knowledge that I gained and all that experience that I gained with me into my job on a day-to-day basis. My favourite things about Melbourne Polytechnic were the fact that my classes were really small. Finishing up in 4th year, there was only about 14 of us in the class, and that worked really well for me as a learner, as I learned through group discussions, being able to ask questions, and really having a community approach where there's strong relationships built between everybody. So I think to achieve this award, over the 4 years I put in a lot of time and effort into my studies, and I've become a really reflective and critical person that's really open-minded and always wanting to learn more and better myself in relation to my career. A message that I would give to others that would like to study at Melbourne Polytechnic is just to push through. I remember coming from high school to Melbourne Polytechnic, my first assignment was completely different to what I was used to doing at high school, and I nearly threw it in because I was quite uncomfortable with the structure of having to write assignments, and it was very different from my school learning. And I had a chat to one of the workers at Melbourne Polytechnic, and she told me to push through and to keep going, and I guess I would just tell everybody to take it as it comes, one thing at a time, try your best and don't give up because it's worth it in the end. What Melbourne Polytechnic means to me is finding myself and my passion.